Hi guys, I'm Glenyce Hughes, living in the magic of possibilities radio show host and this weekly TV show host. And here I am, still in the beautiful Denmark, and it is sunny once again. There have been many days of not sun, and there have been some days of sun. Today, as you can see, it is sunny and I'm happy, and it appears as though I'm naked. Well, maybe just on the video it looks like that. This week's radio show was all about needing, hating, and rejecting money. Now, last week's TV show, I talked about a question that Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, stumped me with. And I have to tell you, the amount of feedback I have received from that video has been phenomenal, because I talk about in it where Gary basically, he asked me, what does $10,000 mean to you? And of course it means nothing. Now, a lot of people's feedback was really around the energy of how can $10,000 mean nothing to you? What's wrong with you, woman? And so I've really looked at that this week. It's really been interesting. It's really gifted me a lot of awarenesses of my own. And what I realized is that if there's a reason, I guess, that $10,000 doesn't mean anything to me. It's the same as $10 million wouldn't mean anything to me, or $100 million. Would I like those? Of course. What would it take? Hello. And they mean nothing to me. What has changed for me from the time, probably even maybe say 2 years ago or more to now, is that I no longer make money the source. You see, I'm the source for me. So 10,000, 10 million, 100 million, none of that means anything to me. I mean everything to me. So if I require $10,000, I will demand of me to create that and actualize that, or 10 million or whatever it might be. And so, even just over this weekend, we've been booking our flights and our Airbnb for Florida. So flights starting in October, we're back over here in the beautiful Europe. We've got classes. When I say we, I mean hubby and I. So I've got classes in Cork a couple different weekends, Ireland. Definitely come or live stream the one, guys. Money doesn't give a fuck. It's gonna be such an amazing class. But anyway, and you can watch it online, so you don't have to come to Cork. Although, who wouldn't want to come to Cork, Ireland? Hello. Anyway, back to the show. So I'm booking these flights. So we're going to Cork, we're going to London to do a class, we're going to Germany to do a class, then we're going to Florida, which doesn't make logical sense, but hey, when have I made logical sense? And so all of those flights for hubby and I have just short of $10,000, all of those together, because hubby and I choose first class, baby. And on top of renting the Airbnb, and if you've ever used Airbnb, you know that when you rent it, you pay right then. So kind of unlike a hotel, where a lot of times in hotels you rent and pay for it once you've been there, Airbnb is right now. So we've rented this beautiful luxury 5-bedroom dream house with the pool and all of that. And it's about, I think it was just over $9,000 also. So, very close to $20,000 we've spent just on those two things in a couple of days. And do I have the cash in the bank in this 10 seconds to pay both of them off? I actually don't. I have the cash in a lot of other ways and I'm not using it. So it's really looking at that going, okay, and both of those things are on the credit card that has the highest interest rate, with just about 20% interest rate. And this is the first time I've ever chose to put something on that specific card that I didn't have the money in the bank right there for, especially something of that much. So I probably had $13,000. So let's say $7,000 left to pay. And it was so light for me to put it on that credit card, even though I know the interest rate. Is it because I'm comfortable paying the interest rate? No fucking way. I'm not paying that interest rate. Do you know what it is? I trust me. I trust me. Now I ask questions. I don't mean I just bulldoze them. I'm just putting them on the credit card and I know I'll do it. It's not that energy at all. I ask questions. So when I'm looking at that space at Airbnb, okay, so Truth, book it now. Yep, okay, cool. Truth will make me money. So anybody who's looking to come to the Florida classes, we're actually doing the 4-day foundation at that space, and those bedrooms, except for mine and hubby's, will be rented out. So we'll have people, living with us in this luxury. So keep that in mind if you're interested. And anyway, so it was light to choose it. It was going to create more on the planet. Cool, I chose it. Oh, it's getting a little bit cloudy here. And then same with the flights. Was it going to create more? And my 2 questions that I talk about a lot. What will the planet be like in 5 years if I choose this? What will the planet be like in 5 years if I don't choose it? And so light, yummy, super delicious. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Yes, yes, yes. And that $7,000 means nothing to me because I trust me. I know that by the time that it's required, which I don't actually know the date, but let's say by Monday, what are we today? Thursday, Monday. Yeah, let's say Monday, that I'll have created and actualized that in some form or another. Because I trust me. Because I know that I would not put myself in that position to pay the 20% interest rate. I did that for years. I did a whole radio show, and I'll put it in the links, guys. It's from a long time ago, but it was about the time that I finally figured out my crazy. Oh. Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's maybe the rubber ducky that's swimming in here with me. But it was called Ending the Trauma Drama with Money. And that's what I finally realized what I was doing. I would create a whole bunch of credit card debt, and then I would pay it off, and then I'd create it, and then I'd pay it off, and I'd create it, and I'd pay it off, and on and on and on. And when I finally had the awareness that that's what I was doing, it was like, no more, I'm done. That is not a fun way to entertain me. I've done it a million times. Well, maybe not a million, but probably in other lifetimes. But I was done, and I have not chose it since, and I know I won't choose it. So, when you look at if that $10,000 means something, if when you watched that video, you thought to yourself, but it means everything to me, where have you put your trust? Have you put your trust in the $10,000 or whatever the number would be for you? Or could you trust you? And again, not to bulldoze, not to, stay in the question, follow the lightness, and trust you. So it was, I'm sitting in the sunshine, enjoying life and thinking about all of this. And of course, knowing that I would love to do a video from this sweet pool. And today's my last day here, and it's actually sunny, although in this 10 seconds it's a bit cloudy, so I can actually probably take those off. Oh, wow, look at that hair. Does it get any better than that? Anyway, I just wanted to share that and maybe inspire you to look at if money means something to you, what have you put into that? What are you trusting it more than you? And I wonder what it would take to change that. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to talking to you next week from Rome. All right, have a good one.